Bishop, thanks for being with us again. And about a year or so ago, the Vatican asked us to prepare for the Synod on the Family, which is coming up later in October. And one of the things they asked the Church to do is to take a sense of the people in the diocese, to kind of poll them or poll the people on what they feel about church and church doctrine. And why do you think they did that?
Well, it's not exactly completely new because every synod has a preparatory document which they send to the bishops of the world and ask them to comment on it. Obviously, the bishops are not constrained. It's not a secret document. This can be shared with others in the Curia, with families, with anybody who wish. This synod happens to be on the family, so it was logical that we try to poll families, people who are living family life, to say what's their view on things. So it wasn't too odd, but the point was it was a more public polling than had been done in the past.
Mm-hmm. How did the Brooklyn Diocese go about conducting its research?
Well, we did it in a couple of ways. First, we did have an online survey that people could respond to. We did certainly work with the people in the diocesan offices who were close to the issue. They could respond, and we put it all together. We had to combine it all and send one report to the Bishops' Conference that was then put together and sent over to the Holy See.
Mm-hmm. Now, those results from each diocese are not necessarily made public, right?
No, they're not made public. They were asked to be kept, confidential.
Yeah. In some places around the world, bishops are reacting by saying that they sense from those questionnaires a feeling of alienation of some people from the church, people who may be divorced or separated or may differ on certain issues. Do you have a sense of how our people here in the diocese
Well, I
feel?
think that's a universal situation. Again, the world has changed rapidly since the Second Vatican Council, and understanding of church doctrine and also of disciplines is not as easy as maybe it was. People just took it for granted. Now people are questioning. They have to really understand why they're being asked to do certain things, why certain things are prohibited. We looked at the issue of divorce in our society. It's all too common, unfortunately. Why? There's a lot of reasons why there's divorce today. Some of them are issues that can be addressed, and some of it's very much cultural issue. People don't just will not make commitments forever. So we have to look at that situation in context. Has the world changed? Well, the context of the world has changed. Has the Word of God changed? No. Have our doctrines changed? No. But we've got to also figure out how these two things can come together. Mm-hmm. The issues, there are many other issues where it's the same. That people, it's either people don't understand, or people don't accept, or people find it impossible to follow these things. So there's a lot of sides to it.
There's some speculation that the church may ease up on its regulations concerning people who are divorced and remarried, that some people are saying we should act, people are asked not to go to communion if they're divorced and remarried, that perhaps that could be something that could be eased up to show greater mercy.
Well, I think there that, the annulment process should be streamlined. I think it's a little bit daunting for people, a little complicated. But I don't think we can admit people to the sacraments if they're not in a regularized marriage situation. Mm-hmm. Now, we do have a very good tribunal, but still it's complicated, not very expensive. I think it's about $500 the fee they're asked to do for just doing the paperwork and necessary. But it could be streamlined. It could be more inviting for people. We try to do workshops in the community so people know about it. Not afraid to come forward and do it. So clearly, that kind of change could happen. Mm-hmm. I don't think the church is going to change its discipline, but we can facilitate people taking advantage of what the law tells us and what the reality is. Many marriages, unfortunately, never achieve sacramental status because of a lack of many things, and the grounds of annulments are there, saying that there was an inability for some people to contract a marriage, to make a commitment, to keep a commitment for many, many reasons. So it's complex,
When people
but not impossible.
when people see a poll and they see so much disagreement, they think, well, things are going to change then because people disagree. That's not the case here necessarily, right?
Well, some things can't change. You
Right.
can't change the Word of God. Can't change disciplines that are grounded in natural law. So these things can change.
Okay, we'll wait for the Senate.
We'll see.
Thanks so much.
Okay.